Welcome back to the Driveway podcast. I'm your host, Zach, and I'm here joined with my co-host, Johnny, Mr. Young and Handsome.
Me?
You, all you,
I'm Mr.
baby.
Young and Handsome? No,
Yes,
you're
sir.
Mr. Young and Handsome.
No, no, you're
Yep,
younger than me,
oh yeah. Oh, I am.
so you are Mr.
Not
Young
by
and Handsome.
much. Not by
2
much.
days, 2 days is a hey.
Do you think it's better or worse to be younger?
I'd rather be younger. Like I wish I was in your shoes, but my
Oh wow.
birthday's better than your birthday. But I wish I was. I wish you were born 2 days before me.
July 27th is better than 29th.
So much better, dude.
That is so capped.
7/27. That's a great
That is so
little.
capped. 729. 7 plus 2 equals 9. That's just better.
727 rolls off the
Mathematics.
tongue. It rolls off the tongue so much better. You're wrong about
729.
this.
729. 727 has way more syllables. 727. 729.
Yeah, it's emotional to say. People get excited when they say that, so they want to stretch it out as long as
Oh, it's
possible.
emotional.
It's
Wow.
emotional.
Mm, I don't think that's it at all.
Name one cool thing about July 29th.
I'm
I'll tell you.
born a lot closer to Harry Potter, I'll tell you
Damn. All right, you got me. You got me good.
that. Ever
Comment below.
do you have a famous dictator born on your birthday?
Nuh-uh.
I didn't think so. Benito Mussolini, baby.
Mussolini is 729.
Yeah. Shout out. That's why me and Tristan are such good friends.
Right, because Tristan's 420.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, shout out. Shout out
Yeah.
Tristan, not the other birthday, but shout out Tristan's birthday.
Shout out Tristan.
Um, comment below which birthday you think's cooler, 727 or 729.
Yeah, drop a
Ew.
comment. Oh, you're gonna drop an ew?
I was dropping
That's
you.
that
No,
is
no, 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 no. That
disrespectful.
that that is that. You're right. I'm taking it too far. It's July birthdays are the best of the birthdays, so
True, we have to stick together on
we
that. We
do. Yeah.
can't get away from that.
No. Like imagine being born in February. Like miss me with that.
Yeah, disgusting.
Sorry, David.
Sorry, Sabrina.
Oh yeah, sorry, Sabrina.
Sorry, I've got two cousins and an aunt born in February as well.
Oh,
So shout out.
shout out them, but every other birthday sucks. Shout out
But
those
every yeah,
five.
yeah. President's Day. What about George
Pres-
Washington? And like,
who's-
there's another famous birthday. Is it Lincoln?
I don't know.
Let's see when Abraham Lincoln was born. Yep, February 12th.
Oh, no kidding. Huh.
Yeah,
Come.
we might have missed the ball on that one.
All
Okay,
right,
how
all
about
right.
this? How
Yeah,
about
yeah,
this?
yeah. Tell me, tell me,
All
tell me,
this
tell me.
stupid ass January birthdays.
January birthdays suck, dude. Are you kidding me? Wait,
Ugh.
is MLK Day in January? Is that in February?
Yes, but I think he.
Oh, is that the day
Uh,
he died?
I was gonna say, is that the day he died? And okay, let's see. Nope, he was definitely born that day,
Oh,
January
okay.
15th. Oh, April 4th. April 4th is when he died.
Because I mean that'd be weird having a holiday be after the death. Well, I guess
Yeah, that would be.
Jesus
I mean,
Jesus has that.
oh, that's true. Yep. Yep. Shout out.
So I
Shout
guess it's
out
not that
Jesus.
crazy. So I wouldn't want to be I want people to celebrate the day I was born, not the day I died. Anyway,
It could be. It could go either way. I feel like it could go either way. I mean, if people celebrate the day that you died, it could be because, like,
he lived a good life.
yeah, you lived a good life, I suppose. Because I mean, because that's the culmination, right? When you're born, it's just like that's again like it should be your mom's special day. Like that day should go down in history for like shout out to moms.
True. That's a good point. Shout
Yeah,
out. Hey, shout out the moms real quick.
yeah. Shout out all moms real quick. We love all moms. All right. So the shocking thing that I was going to tell you, not the shocking thing, but the big thing was in between. Okay. Nope. Let's start over. No, how do I want to bring it up? Ah, I already screwed it up. So
No, you
I'll
didn't.
just come out and say it. I got into a car accident today.
What?
Yeah,
Are you okay?
first time ever. Yeah,
Whoa, man,
yeah,
Ohio sucks, man.
dude, straight up. It was while I was texting you.
What was it? Was it your fault?
No, 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 it
Oh,
wasn't. I
okay,
was just
okay,
joking. I was gonna say that. That was my plan to say it. I wanted to see your reaction because I feel like that's the last thing you would want to hear.
dude.
That'd be
If
like
you
devastating for you.
if
So
if you would
I'm
have said
sorry. I'm sorry to try to make you devastated, but I just wanted to see your face, see how
if
it
you would have
reacts.
said yes, I would have had to like turn my camera off.
No, it was about like 20 minutes into my drive. I was leaving Cincinnati and
Was this like coming
Um,
home or going there?
just coming home, yeah.
Coming home. Okay.
Yep. So, yeah, coming back from Cincinnati. Um, I mean, good thing we called off the podcast.
Yeah.
You would have been waiting in the Zoom meeting for like an hour, being like, "Where the hell is
Where
Leah?"
is this guy?
Um, but it was at a junction between two interstates, and so the one exit off of the interstate and onto the
Hmm.
other interstate, it takes you at a 30-mile-per-hour curve.
Okay.
So everyone slows down a lot going around that curve.
Yeah.
So it backs traffic up into the other interstate. And
Oh, okay.
we had all slowed down already,
So
but
you
it
were
was
going
that
into the
second
curve, right?
slowdown.
You were going into
No,
the curve.
it,
Oh, you.
it was way behind that. Like traffic
Okay.
was
Oh,
back
wow.
all the way back up, right?
Yeah. Okay. I'm
And so
following.
then traffic sometimes like it gets backed up, you come to a stop, and like that first stop, sometimes you might miss it, but sometimes you'll get it. And then I don't know about you, but I will admit that it's the second stop that always gets me. And that's what happened today. Because that
Mm.
second stop, you're like, oh, okay, like we've already made the stop. Now we're rolling again. Like we're gonna get going and we're
Hmm.
gonna keep driving. And so, but then that's when you have to be the most aware because there's always like another stop. Like even if you come to a dead stop on highway, you're usually guaranteed to stop a couple more times. And I feel like it's uncommon to have to stop multiple times. Only in like rare cases, or not rare
Hmm.
cases, but maybe if it's like not a lot of traffic out, but if it's like a rush hour, which it was, then that's when you're gonna have to probably stop all the time. So, anyways, we got rolling again, and we kind of picked speed back up. We weren't fully back up to speed. We weren't fully back up to 70 miles per hour, but we were definitely back up to speed. And then again, it's the highway. So when you're going like 40 to 50 miles per hour, you feel like you're crawling along. It doesn't really
Hmm.
seem like you're going fast. And so then the second stop comes up and I'm behind a pickup with a big trailer behind it, one of those trailers that carries lawnmowers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um and those are always kind of like deceptively annoying because sometimes those trailers will have like the lights will be on, but then when they break, the lights come on like even brighter. Do you
Hmm.
know what I'm talking about with that?
Yeah.
So, anyways, those are always
Was it
deceptive.
dark out when you were driving?
No,
Getting it?
no, it was still
Okay.
bright out.
Okay.
It was 5 p.m.
Okay.
So I brake, and then as I'm braking, I'm realizing, oh, I got to brake a little bit harder, and so I come to a complete stop. I mean, I'm close to the trailer for sure. Probably, definitely closer than you want to be, but somewhat reasonable distance between me and the trailer. Um, And I come to a complete stop, but the fact that I had to stop a little bit suddenly did make me think like, oh, that was definitely a sudden stop. So then I look into my back rear view mirror and I don't really see anything initially. Like I just take a quick peek and I don't see
Hmm.
anything like worrisome. And then I, look back straight forward. And then a second later, I hear, the squeal of tires.
Oh
And
no.
and I look and it's the car was right behind me doing the tire squeal. And I think his mistake was he overestimated how well his brakes were going to stop him. I think
Mm.
he probably could have swerved out of the way a little bit earlier,
Hmm.
but at the last second, at the very
Oh
last second,
wow.
he tried to swerve to the right off onto the shoulder, and he didn't quite make it. So
Mm.
he got just the back rear of my car, like the passenger side, back passenger side of my car. Can you picture that?
Yeah.
So like
I'm seeing
we're
it like so clearly.
we're on the right side of the road
Yep.
and I'm parked behind the
Hmm.
truck with the trailer, and I hear the squeal, and then I don't even feel it.
I
Really,
was
it
okay.
really, it was a nothing burger of a crash, but because he was trying to get out of the way, and he was hard on the brakes, and we weren't going 70, we were going like 40, 45, 50. So
Hmm.
it was just, it was it's tough because it's that second break and he just didn't get out. He just swerved. So all in all, like it was a very nothing burger of a car accident. Like my car definitely has damage and his
Hmm.
definitely got messed up. Like his driver side front headlight that got messed up.
Totaled.
Yeah. Yeah, the headlight got totaled. Yes. I
Yeah.
mean, the rest of the car is like perfectly fine, but this again, this is the first time I'd ever been into a car accident, and
Hmm.
so I pulled off literally to the side of the road, literally right there, and so we're still on the highway. I do, in hindsight, kind of wish I would have taken it up towards the exit a little bit more to
Hmm.
get a little bit, because like I said, everyone slows down at that exit. It's a
Yeah.
30 mile per hour. So I wish I would have just driven up because I could have driven, my car was in functioning condition. His was too. So we could have driven up and gotten off at a little bit safer of a spot. But we were right there on the side of the highway.
Yeah.
So I wish I would have pulled off more. I didn't pull off enough, basically.
I was actually about to
Um,
ask that. Like, and I've
so
never been into an accident where like there's traffic already.
yeah,
So you're just like pulled off to the side a little bit more.
yep. I
Okay.
just pulled off to the side a little bit more. And you want to know what's crazy?
What's that?
After we had our accident, there was no more congestion at that spot.
No
The
way.
congestion cleared up
Oh,
like 10 minutes after and there
dude.
was no more congestion. It was funny. I was looking at that as we were talking. And so anyways, the guy was really, really sweet, really, really nice. I mean, he was very apologetic and he was like, is everyone okay in your car? Like was the first thing he said. And I was like, yeah, everyone's fine. It's just me. Didn't feel anything. And so he was very like, I wasn't sure what to do. So I mean, I called, did the classic, called my dad. I was
Hmm.
like, so do I need a police report or how does this go down? And my dad's
Right.
like, honestly, I don't really know. You should just call the police and ask them if they know. So then that's what I tried doing, but then I couldn't get through to local department. I could only get through to the highway patrol. So I called the highway patrol
Mm.
and then they were very nice as well, but they basically were just like, you call your insurance agent, dummy. And I was like, oh, all right, you know what? That makes sense. So you know, I didn't end up calling the insurance agent because the highway patrol also said, if you need an accident report, just come back to our highway patrol location
Hmm.
and we can write an accident report, like
Oh,
for you there. So you've got
interesting.
48 hours to do that. So it's like,
That's okay.
okay.
I
So
knew there was a
once
time limit. I didn't know that was the limit.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
cool, cool.
48 hours. So once they said that, I was like, oh, okay, perfect. I just got his phone number, his ID, and his insurance number
Hmm.
or insurance card, whatever. And then we say, all right, yep, sorry, take care, have a safe drive home. He said, once again, like, let me know if anything you need. I'm very willing to, tell him it was my fault. And
Oh,
he kept
wow.
just going, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I did that.
Was it an older gentleman or?
No, no, he's just 10 years older than us. I
Oh,
mean,
wow. Okay.
blue collar guy, shout out
Blue
Ned.
collar guy. Oh,
Yeah, which I like felt bad. And so that was the other layer. And this was I was going to bounce this question back onto you. Is he offered two things. First off, he said, "Oh, I'd like to not get the police involved if possible because I've already got 2 points on my license." But he followed up with, "But I understand if you need to get him involved, do whatever you need to do." And I
hmm.
was like, "Okay, that was very nice too." And two, I was a little distracted because I was on the phone with the police when he brought this up. But he said, my buddy owns a shop. I can have him, take a look if you want. And so that was the other part. And it got me thinking about it because he probably, getting into a car accident is a big deal. Like one, you probably definitely don't want the police involved, right? Because of the points and whatever. Two,
Hmm.
he probably also doesn't want the insurance company involved because then your rate goes way up.
Right. Yeah.
And then you also are going to have to pay or something like that. So I wasn't thinking of that in the moment, but it dawned on me later. And so when he was offering to have his buddy at his shop take a look, he was basically saying like, let's just sweep this under the rug. Let's just, take it to my buddy's shop, have him fix
Hmm.
it without telling the insurance and all that. So I guess like hindsight's 2020, but would you have taken that deal? Like if the guy offered you to kind of
It
like, oh, and again, keep in mind this was a very nothing. This was like a total fender bender.
right.
Yes, there is definitely some damage, that's gonna have to be repaired. But like, I don't know. I'll let you answer, and then I'll give you my opinion. All right, looking
So
back on it.
because it was not a super serious accident, I definitely wouldn't have called the police for sure. just because I was like, I understand. I wouldn't want points either.
Yeah.
So, that is interesting with his friend's shop. Did he tell you where it is?
Nope, nope. Because again, I
Okay.
was on the phone, so I just kind of gave him the like the 1 minute,
Oh, I see.
and
I
then he
see.
didn't. I didn't think to bring it up again, and he didn't bring it up again. So
Okay. Maybe when you text him, say, "Hey, I was going through places. It's gonna be this much money." Um, I don't know. I would be fine with letting his buddy to do it because, I'm sure he doesn't want to go through the insurance issue. But I'm a big people pleaser, so that's probably what I would do. What are your thoughts on it?
yeah, no, I already submitted an insurance claim, and I'm already gonna have the damage assessed and all that stuff. So it didn't dawn like this thought only just recently dawned on me that he was probably wanting to avoid all that. But again, he was very much so in the sense of let the insurance company know it was me. I'll
Hmm.
get on the horn with them if you need to. I'll do whatever you need. Just like let me know. I feel terrible and all this stuff. So that was also like maybe if he had been a bit more abrasive of like, no, no, I really don't want to go through the insurance company. Let's just take it to my buddy's shop. It might have been easier to fall to do that.
Hmm.
Um, but I also agree, like, if there was a time to just be like, yeah, let's just go to your buddy's shop and have him fix it up and all that stuff, now would have been the time. Like I feel a little bit bad about that because of that reason.
Hmm.
Like if the car was more totaled, if the car had gotten more damage and it was going to be significant damage, I'm sure there's going to be a cost associated, but if it was going to be a more significant cost, then I think maybe I'd want to go through the proper insurance
Yeah.
route. But because it's such little damage, like this, I'm thinking we probably absolutely could have just had his buddy take a look and do what he needed to do. And if he was gonna, make it cheap, I suppose the argument against is what if his buddy, kind of takes me for a ride and does a shitty job, and then I'll be looking back and
Right.
going, well, fuck, I should have just gone to a legit body shop and got this, fixed up. Um, but again, like of all the accidents, that you want to get into and all that, like this was definitely an accident that, or like this was, not gonna let an easy accident. It wasn't, uh, no one got hurt. It was very low
Right.
speed, and hopefully the damage costs are low. Um, but anyways, that was my thought. Is like, shoot, yes, hindsight's 2020. Like, give me that chance again. I will take
Yeah.
it. But just the fact that it was, I guess it was also like my quote, it wasn't just quote, it was my first car accident. I really like, I was still just very much in the, like, I was kind of real and I still was just very much like, I don't know what to do right now. Like, do
Right.
I need to get the police? Do I need to get the insurance? So when he mentioned that, my thought was, my head was still just very much 100% in. I got to get his insurance information. I got to get this insurance claim submitted. And so I wasn't really thinking of alternatives at that point. But, hour after the fact, once blood pressure came down and all that, and I got a chance to
Hmm.
think about it, I was like, you know what? We we probably could have just handled that as ways. But again, like he didn't push for that. He
Right.
just
Right.
brought it
You
up
mentioned it the
once as
once.
a option. And and then also too, I'm glad we didn't get the police involved. Like that, I would have really been raking him over the coals if I if
Hmm.
I was like, you know
Right.
what?
Right.
Let's call the cops, get him out here and take a look. But that yeah, that would have been too much. So I think you probably really only need the police again for more severe damage
Right.
and if anyone gets hurt.
Yeah.
So none of those applied,
So you're probably not gonna
and
get
it made a lot live.
the report.
No, no, I'm not gonna go to the police station. I don't think unless I again I submitted the claim. I
Hmm.
chose the shop. It was like a Liberty Mutual preferred shop or whatever. They're gonna schedule a damage review, and we're gonna go from there. I don't know if the shop's gonna recommend, like maybe based on what the shop says, what their damage review says, maybe it'll require me to go to get a incident report. I don't know. And if they do recommend it, then I suppose I'll go get an incident report. But if they don't recommend it, then no, I'm just gonna let the
Are you getting one Like, is it? Are you going to the thing tomorrow?
I don't know. I submitted
Okay,
a claim. The shop's not open, so they were not able to give me a call, but they are supposed
gotcha.
to call me within one business day
Okay,
to tell me when they are going to be available to look at my car.
because yeah, I mean, I'm just worried if you do need it, it's the 48-hour mark passes by. I just don't want you to miss that.
Yeah, there was nothing about also though, like in the submission of the claim, there was
Hmm.
nothing about um
Police report?
a police report. It didn't
Okay.
it didn't say, did you file a police report? Um, so I think I'm in the clear there. So, anyways, that was the excitement. That was the excitement after coming home from doing this shadowing.
Jeez.
It was
Yeah, my
funny. 30 minutes. Hey man, if we don't go over that 30 minutes, I'm blaming it on the doctor. Kept me there. All
um
these sick people
oh my
getting me in
gosh.
car accidents.
That is good. Yeah. I guess so. My question is, how are you feeling? You know, your first accident.
Yeah.
I guess it was good. I'm not gonna knock on wood, but I mean, if you had to be in an accident, this is probably the best one to be in.
Yeah,
Um,
it was definitely a good. Yeah, sorry.
it is very jarring. Like I almost got into an accident on the highway a year ago, and I still think about it.
Mhm.
So it is very scary. How are you feeling? Because you seemed very
Uh,
cool, calm, and collected when you hopped in the car. I was like, oh, just a normal day in Johnnytown.
no day in paradise. Yeah, no. Again, like it was a very good like warm up beginner car accident, which is terrible to say, but it was definitely not a car. Like I have done what he's done. I have not made contact, but there were a couple times in Kansas City. I don't know what it was about Kansas City. I think maybe one time in Michigan, driving to and from on the highway, but definitely Kansas City. I don't know why Kansas City. Maybe it was just because I was a younger driver or whatever, but there were times where I was like, oh, fuck, I need a break right now.
Yeah.
And like I slammed on it and swerved onto the shoulder and got out of the way. There's definitely a couple times that I had to do that.
Hmm.
And that is a scary feeling. Like your
Yeah.
heart is pounding
Oh
after
my
that.
gosh, yeah.
But and so I'm imagining that that's what he felt. But when I got hit, I think it was just the fact that I didn't feel it. Like I physically didn't feel it. I heard the screeching of the brake and the sound of a car crash.
Hmm.
And then I was like, well, that was me. That wasn't anyone else. He definitely hit
That
me.
was me.
I got hit.
Dude,
Um,
why car crash noises are so dramatic.
oh my God, they
They gotta
totally
fix
are.
that. They gotta fix
Uh,
that.
like I was expecting my trunk to just be shredded when
Uh-huh.
I got out because of how loud
It is
and
so loud.
so when I like got out there and I saw the damage, I was like, oh, I could have just kept driving. I didn't need to even pull over. I didn't even need to get out.
Oh
Um,
man, that's funny.
because yeah, it was the most like over dramatic thing of all time.
Hmm.
So anyways, yeah, no, I'm definitely calm cool. And the other part about it that is kind of I like calming about it is even though like rates are going to go up and all that stuff, it also it's not as frightening because I wasn't the one that did it too, you know.
Yeah.
It happened to me, which is a little less scary. And again, because I didn't get injured, it's not like it's even less scary than that.
Hmm.
It was just again, it was very much a fender bender, a low speed fender bender. So um really no harm, no foul. Um
I'm interested in seeing how much damage this is gonna be, or how much is gonna cost. Because when my car got hit
I
in the neighborhood, I didn't think it was gonna be that much money, but it cost my neighbor a fortune. Not a fortune, but it was a lot of money.
it was in the thousands,
It
wasn't
was
it?
in the thousands, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing. Again, at first when I looked at the damage, I was like, "Oh, nothing burger." But
Hmm.
then I did think back and I was like, "Oh, well, Zach's was a nothing burger too, but it cost him,
Yeah.
thousands of dollars." Um, so I really don't know. I can send you the picture and I can post the picture
Yeah.
online, and you guys can let me know what you think. Um, I honestly think his own car expenses might outweigh my car expenses. Um, so yeah. So anyways, I am definitely feeling calm, cool, and collected right now. Nothing,
Good, good. I'm
nothing
glad you're okay.
is making me afraid right now. So yep, thank you. Now again, that was the other thing is like because he was kind of he was definitely more amped up than I was. He ended up
Hmm.
smoking a cigarette.
No way, really? Well,
Yeah,
that
he
is
was ripping some
awesome.
cigs. It was funny. I just kept going like, "Hey man, it's okay. It's okay. You're okay. I'm okay. It's okay. We're all good. No problem. No
Hmm.
problem at all." Um, so, anyways, yep, that was the excitement of
Of
my day today.
Monday the 28th.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh wow,
I
my
actually was
headphones are dying. One second.
oh,
Let me
okay.
take them off.
I actually have something also car related whenever you're ready. Um, not as serious or scary as the situation you were in, but it bothers me quite a bit.
What bothers you?
Oh, did you not hear what I just said?
No, I'm sorry.
No, that's
My
okay.
audio's all messed up. Let me see if I can get it.
All right, I'll just repeat what I said.
Well, hold on a minute. Hold on
Oh,
a minute.
okay, all right. Always waiting on Johnny. Um,
Can you hear me okay?
yeah, I can hear you. Okay,
Okay.
you just
All
want
right,
to do this or
I can hear you now.
okay?
Is
Um,
there an echo for you?
not really.
Okay. So we'll just have to work
No,
with this then.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Um, I also have a car issue I wanted to talk about.
Yeah. Tell me,
So
tell me, sis.
I got a parking ticket 2 weeks ago, or I got it in the mail today. I got the ticket officially 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question.
Yep.
It is a $20 ticket. Um, it is for overtime at the meter, and I paid for an hour and 5 minutes of time.
Okay.
And according to the website, it says I get a 15-minute grace period.
Okay.
So I was there for an hour five. The total time I was parked was for 1 hour, 19 minutes, and 16 seconds, which is under the 15-minute rule.
Whoa.
Correct?
Yes.
I'm doing the math right there.
You are correct. That math is correct.
So
Was
I
this
can
Royal Oak?
Royal Oak.
Okay.
So I can contest it. Do you think it's worth it to contest it, or should I just pay the $20? Because it is just $20, but it's not my fault.
That is nuts. That is absolutely. Was this when we parked and you got the ticket?
No, this was 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
I was getting dinner after Run Club, and we drove to a plot place
Yeah.
in Royal Oak.
Wow. I personally, I would just pay the $20 and be done with it. But you could stick it to the man for sure. You've
And
got the chance to stick it to the man
I
right here.
do. Um, actually,
So
that's the
if
thing.
you want
Like,
to get Penny an extra dog bone, then definitely contest it. But if Penny's going to be okay, not having her dog bone for this week, then I think just pay it.
yeah. So I looked it up again. Parking in downtown Royal Oak, the royaloakmichigan.gov website says the meters are programmed with a 15-minute grace period during which the driver may enter and exit space with wait. Yeah, without paying. So
So did it take you
it took me
34
14.
seconds to park?
Yes. Well,
Well, then
wait. Nope.
damn.
No, 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 no. Oh, do you think it's in total? But that doesn't make sense because it still says an hour 19.
Well, what was the exact text on the Royal Oak website? Say that again.
It says the meters are programmed with a 15-minute grace period during which the driver may enter and exit a space without paying.
So it probably started ticking your time down the moment that you entered the space. Maybe you pulled a little bit of a boys in Denver and you sat in the car for like an extra 30 more
30
seconds than
seconds?
you needed to.
But why wouldn't it say the total time parked? Why was that?
Oh,
You know
oh,
what I mean?
oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Because if it was still If it,
Right,
I
right.
know,
You're
I
right.
understand what you're
No, it
saying.
does. I no, I see what you're saying now. I forgot what you had originally said that the total time parked was 119 or 1 hour. What was it? 1 hour, 19 minutes and 16 seconds.
Hmm. And also, like, they took pictures
44
of my,
seconds.
they took, I'll
Sorry.
show you. They took pictures of my car, and this one, I'm not even, I'm there. I'm out of this. This is the spot right here. My car's right here.
Oh, weird. So you're
So
backing up in that picture.
no, I'm just driving. No, no, this was me leaving. They got my plate when I was leaving the spot.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah,
So
you
yeah,
could contest it for sure, right? And technically, I think you'd win it because you have to face your accuser in court.
yeah. And
And
who's my accuser? The meter?
yeah, exactly.
But I just don't want to do it because I got a speeding ticket one time.
Yeah.
I don't get that many tickets. These are like the only three times I've gotten a ticket. I
I
got
don't
two
know. You
parking
sound like
tickets
deviant, Zach.
and a speeding ticket. When I got the speeding ticket, the guy literally told me to contest it. I was like, okay, I'll do that. And then, dude, the day before, I was tweaking so hard because I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to tell the judge. I was speeding. There's no way I'm getting out of this. And thankfully, the cop didn't show. She was like, all charges are dropped. And I was like, yes, yes,
Nice.
that's so great. Um, but this is just ridiculous. I couldn't believe they like got me.
Yeah, no, I mean, no doubt about it. Like it's been a month of firsts for me as well. I think I told you on the episode about David's trip, but I got a parking ticket in Indianapolis. My first ever parking ticket, first ever ticket. And they pegged me, 16 minutes. I guess they gave me more time than they gave you, but they gave me 16 minutes to get to the meter and I didn't do it. So, but I just paid it. I mean, so what's the worst that can happen? You don't pay it and then what?
If I don't pay it, or if I contest it and don't pay it.
If you just don't pay it.
I think if you get a lot more tickets, they like take your car.
I swear that I've listened to like podcasts with comedians and other people, and
Hmm.
they've, joked about how they just don't pay their parking tickets. And so maybe they're just joking, maybe they're just being funny guys, but if you want to be a funny guy, maybe you just don't pay your parking ticket.
They should also say on here what happens if you don't pay it, because now I don't want to pay it.
You're probably right. There are probably late fees and fines that pile up, and then you can probably end up owing like $500 or something like that.
Yeah, I don't want that, but
But
for
also, are they really going to track you down? They're really going to track you down over a $15 ticket.
I don't know. But anyway, it was just so funny you have a car story and I also got a car story.
Yeah.
But yours is way more interesting. This is just bothering me. Um, yeah. Well, I'm glad you're okay, Johnny. That is really
Thank you.
scary.
Thank you. Yep.
Um,
Yep. Yep. Made it out without a scratch. So,
so
again,
close
yeah,
to
definitely,
Halloween too.
definitely lucky and happy to be in good health.
Yeah. I'm glad you did during the Halloween season because spooky. That was
Oh,
spooky.
spooky. What a great lead in, Zach. You were planning that. I knew you were planning that.
I
Because
might have came up with that.
this weekend, the Birdhouse had a Halloween party,
We did.
and I want to hear all about it.
Yeah, so we had a Halloween party this weekend. I'm sorry if you didn't get the invite. Shoot me a text and I'll make sure you come for the next party we have. Um, actually, Ned's girlfriend Lainey has a fun idea for a party.
Oh,
So it's like around Valentine's Day, we would have a party where it's like heaven and hell. So upstairs on the main floor is like heaven, and downstairs is like hell themed.
okay.
And like you can dress up as an angel or a devil, and it's kind of fun. You can like,
Sounds satanic. so
all right, Chris, all right,
that's Laney. Be like, Laney, no, I don't like your idea. It's satanic.
all right, cross boy. Um, so that was fun, but yeah, so the Halloween party was this weekend. It was a lot of fun. Um, I spent way too much money on it. Oh, so get this. So I went to Costco and bought 4 racks of beer.
Okay,
Admittedly, shouldn't have bought that much in the first place because we had we
classic.
had we had beer here still.
Right.
And then 2 days before the party, Ned comes home from work and he goes, Zach, I got great news. I was like, oh, tell me the great news. He's like, one of my friends came into contact with a keg.
Oh, ho, ho.
So
Get out of town.
yeah, so I was like, oh, it's great. I can return the alcohol, save some money, and then we'll use the keg. And
Yeah.
then we ended up opening the alcohol, so I can't return it.
Oh,
But I mean, it'll stay in the fridge until the next party we have. It won't. We'll still drink it. It won't go to waste, but
yeah, yeah. Someone will drink that.
someone will
No
drink
doubt.
that. So yeah, we had a keg at the party, which was really fun. It was a nice little
The
throwback to the
kegger.
college a kegger. Around like 1 a.m., there were some keg stands going on.
Hell yeah, bro.
But
Did
yeah,
you
so
partake?
I did one before everybody got there.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, the Halloween party was awesome. It was again like we had like kind of like last year, we had a costume contest. So
Yep.
I upped the ante this year with the costume contest. Shout out to our other friends Jason and LT who gave me the idea for the contest. I kind of stole their idea, but we had actual awards instead of like the cups we had our first year.
Yeah,
I really felt this Halloween party. I loved last year's Halloween party so much. It's just like a great little memory in my head.
of course.
We this was a party. Like
Ooh.
last year was like a fun get together. Um, and I would still call it a party because we had like what 17 people last year, 20.
I don't know. I don't remember the numbers.
But this year we had like close to 40.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there was a lot of
Big
people
crowd.
here, big crowd. And so it really felt more, I mean, like the decorations we had this year were, I think, really, really cool.
Yeah.
It felt like a haunted house. It was really fun.
Do you have any pictures of the decorations? Because
I
I can
have
post that too.
a picture of the basement. I'll send it to you after
Okay.
the episode. Not the kitchen though. So yeah, people for every party we have, people hang out in the kitchen or the basement. No
Right.
one hangs out in the main room. Oh,
It's always how
Johnny,
it happens.
I forgot to tell you, there's some bad news.
Oh
Something
no.
happened. Something sad happened.
Uh,
It's not that sad, but we were taking a soccer picture together
okay.
in the main room,
Yep, yep.
and our beloved birdhouse poster fell and broke.
Oh, oh no.
I know.
Is the poster itself still intact?
I think the poster itself is, I think the bottom of it is a little crumpled,
Okay.
but
So we just need to get it reframed.
yeah, reframed.
Okay.
The frame is toast.
I'm pretty sure that there was already a crack in that. Like, I'm pretty sure I dropped that the
Oh,
day that I
really?
got it framed. Do you remember? Maybe you weren't there. Maybe it was just at my house, but it already had a crack. I mean, oh, have you ever seen Arrested Development?
No.
Okay. There's this great scene where, God, I'm quoting Arrested Development again. Second episode in a row. Um, there's this great scene where Job has just become president and he's like hanging up all these motivational posters around the office. And one of them's like, believe in yourself or something like that. And then it falls off, it falls off the wall.
hmm
And Job goes, oh, well, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. And then Michael goes, oh, good, those work. And then, and then so that part's funny, but then later in the conversation, Michael's like, "You really think you can handle that?" And Job's like, "Yeah, I can handle that." Or did you forget something? And then he tries to like point to the poster with his foot, but so just kicking the shit out of the poster and breaks it. And so, anyways, all that to say is like I swear that's how I broke that poster glass originally. Like I was trying to show someone, be like, "Look, the birdhouse poster." like I like hit it too hard, or I kicked it, or something. I was like, "Oh,
Oh,
it actually is easy to kick a poster and break it."
oh, that's so funny.
But no, that is devastating. That's a
hmm
bummer. Oh man.
I'll get a
Wow, my
reframe, don't worry.
legacy at that house is falling apart.
I know your jersey's still in the kitchen if that makes you feel any better, but
Oh, good. It's
it's
still
still
just
there.
sitting
It's
there.
still there. I wanted to hang it from the ceiling.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, that would have been funny. That would have been good.
I didn't end up doing that. All right, I remind me of soccer. I have a funny story about soccer
Okay.
too.
Yeah, yeah.
But just go on with the Halloween party.
Yeah.
I ended up winning the worst costume, and I was doing a couple's costume with my girlfriend, and That hurt a lot.
That, afterwards, and when I heard you got the worst, I was thinking, man, that's gotta hurt because they like came up with this. They
Yeah.
thought this was gonna be a good shtick, and he just got awarded worse. Like
Well,
someone, I feel bad. I don't know who came up with the idea, but whoever came up with the idea, kind of like that had to feel bad.
well, can I tell you what the story behind me winning the worst costume?
Mm-hmm.
A unnamed individual was going around the party recommending to people who they should vote for the worst costume. So, in my heart of hearts, I know I didn't deserve it because also I will say this: there were three cowboys who did not put really any effort into it. All
Oh,
three
okay.
were fourth, third, and second with the worst costume.
Oh, wow. So the results were definitely skewed.
They were definitely skewed,
Wow. That's
and
controversial.
when I had my acceptance speech, I was saying, I know for a fact I do not deserve this award, but I won the worst costume, and it's just I want to know who voted for me. And you know what? You know what? I on the Google, so I made a Google form sheet and had everybody
Yeah.
like scan the QR code and fill it out.
Yeah.
I turned off the filter where it says like who's filling it out because I was like,
Oh,
oh, it's got to be anonymous. I want to know so bad. I know two people who did it.
yeah.
One of
Oh
them,
man.
yeah. So
That's classic. Yeah, no, you can't let that die. You have to figure that out.
so next year when we have the Halloween party again, if I win the worst costume again, I'm picking the second. I'm rigging the election.
You should at least turn on voting to see who voted.
Yeah, yeah.
Because then
To
you
make
can
sure it doesn't
you
happen
can really
again.
pull a fast one and be like, I know who voted for me. And you're kicked out right now.
If you voted for me, you're out of here. No more beer for you. You've lost your drinking privileges.
Dunzo. You're dunzo.
Um, but this year was a lot harder than last year because last year we just had to write a name on a piece of paper, put it in the bucket,
Yeah.
and then I would read the names from the bucket. But because there were so many more people this year, there were so many more costumes, and there was more categories.
Yeah.
So it took me so long to. I was a little drunk too, so I was like trying to read everybody's name, and it took a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, it was the Halloween part overall was a great time.
Good.
Again, if you want to come next year, let's shoot me a text. We'll get you in the on the guest list, and or if we'll get to the next party. We have
Yeah.
parties at the Birdhouse pretty often.
Yeah.
The one thing though, I do want to say, I'm glad you don't live here anymore, John, for this reason. It's still not 100% cleaned, and I know you would be fuming right now. If you saw the kitchen right now, you would be fuming.
Well, I would have been cleaned. I would have
Yeah,
cleaned it.
you would have cleaned it, yes, but you would have been mad that you had to clean it, which I understand 100%. That's ridiculous, and that's why I
No,
haven't.
no, no, no. I don't think that's how it's worked out in the past. I feel like there's definitely been good union about the setup and clean because you do a very good job of setting up.
Hmm.
And so I feel like I've been relatively content to help clean up the next morning because I did jack shit for the setup. So I mean there's a give and take, you know? If you're
I
gonna do all the
appreciate
setup, I appreciate that. And
I
I'll
appreciate
handle the cleanup.
I
So
appreciate you saying that because I always felt really bad. I helped like clean up the like cups off the ground and like
yeah.
beer cans everywhere, but I wouldn't like get on my hands
Yeah,
and knees like Swiffer the floors.
yeah, no, yeah, I feel yeah, you're definitely always good like at the well, I was gonna say, dude, but I don't think we did. I was gonna say at the end of the party we'd clean up a little bit, but I really don't think we did. I feel like we always would leave it till the next morning and be like, we'll
Yeah,
just get it tomorrow morning.
yeah.
But no, yeah, you definitely were good. I mean, the instance that I can think of is Matt's birthday party, like that first outdoor party that we had.
Hmm.
That was looking like a beast to clean up. But then when we all three got together and just
Yeah.
cleaned it up, it worked out. Like that was a pretty quick cleanup, I thought.
Hmm.
So, but no, yeah, I was never mad about having to clean up or anything like that. Um, again because of the fact that you were very willing yourself to do all the setup, so that took the pressure off of me because I when it comes to setup, I have no clue what to do. I can buy the shit, but I don't know where to put it or anything.
Yeah, yeah. No, Lainey came the day of and made the upstairs look really nice. I did the downstairs pretty
Yeah.
much insane. The setup for downstairs, by the way, is really weird. I'll show
Really?
you. I'll show you a picture of how I set it up. I was
Yeah.
It was the only way that works. I bought a poster and the
Okay.
poster was way too big.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So yeah, I'll send you a picture of that. But there's one more thing I want to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to get your opinion on it. The morning after the party, Ned, Laney, Allie, and I went downstairs to assess the damage. And on the kitchen counter were two bottles of opened peanut butter that were pretty much all gone. They were pretty much like low. They were low on the peanut butter,
Yeah.
but there was no more peanut butter left in there. Would would you ever go to a house party, go in their cabinet, open their peanut butter up, use the all the peanut butter? We don't even have bread. I don't know what he used the peanut butter for. Okay.
Chips? Do you have any
No,
chips?
we had chips, but he used a spoon. So that makes me think he was just eating the peanut butter.
So you know the culprit.
I do. I won't mention him, but I know who it is. I'm not mad about it. I
Are they
just was
listening
like,
right now?
no, probably not.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But I'm not mad that they use the peanut butter. I just am like, that's so insane to open a jar of peanut butter. And if he was eating it spoon to mouth,
Yeah.
that's crazy. I respect it. That's crazy though.
I respect it too because if you're gonna do spoon to mouth, you have to finish that.
Yeah.
You can't leave your, your spittle behind in the peanut butter.
Hmm.
So I agree. Like I respect the move of like, well, I'm in. I'm finishing this fucking peanut butter right here. But no, I also agree that it is kind of a crazy move. Um, you got to go chips or bust, and then
Yeah.
if you need food, it's not crazy to order it to the door to the house.
True. Yeah.
Like I
Um,
guess would it be I feel like it would be less jarring if the next morning you woke up, you opened the front door to leave, and someone had ordered food to the house and didn't pick it up. I mean that's really like Ned's gonna feel like I'm calling him out. I'm not calling him out. I'm just saying like what would be more jarring? Because if you woke up, went downstairs, found the peanut butter open, or you woke up, went downstairs, and found uneaten food. I feel like peanut butter is definitely more jarring because at least you're like, oh, someone tried to like eat a meal here, and
yeah.
they didn't just try to steal our food or anything like that. Which
Right.
again, if you're not bothered by them taking the peanut butter, then it's no big deal. But anyways,
Yeah, I'm not bothered by it. I just think it is. It was a crazy move. And like apparently Ned was trying to tell me the story. The guy was like, Ned, do you have peanut butter? And it's like, yeah, we got peanut butter. And then next morning, all gone.
just done,
Just
gone.
done. So he asked for it, but I don't know. I would eat the food that's out. I wouldn't ask for a
Yeah,
specific item.
maybe they were
And
doing peanut butter shots. Is that a thing?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But maybe comment if you know if you have ever taken somebody's peanut butter at a party, what you did with it.
Yeah. Yep. Comment, please. Please let us know.
And if it was you, I'm not mad. I just what did you do with the peanut butter?
He gave it to Penne.
Panay wasn't here. She was at my parents' house.
Oh,
I was worried she was gonna start biting people and peeing on the floor, and I couldn't deal
yeah.
with that. Um,
Yeah.
last thing
So,
before we
yep.
go
Go
ahead.
for it. Go
Did
for it. Go
do
for
you
it.
have something to say?
I was just going to say, so you got 40 people. I mean, I can imagine the groups that were represented, the soccer team, the
Hmm.
run club. Um, but who else? Who else was able to come? Any surprise visits? Any other crazy stories? Any other? I mean, the peanut butter story is a good one,
Hmm.
sure. But any other random events like that? Noteworthy?
We had the Michigan State game on,
Oh yeah.
so
Oh yeah.
we
How'd
watched
that
that
go
a
down?
lot
Was
too.
anyone really watching it or?
A lot of people were watching it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Again, with the picture I'll send you, the way the couch is facing, it's really weird.
Yeah.
But no real like surprise guests. A lot of people didn't end up coming
Oh, okay.
that originally said yes.
Yeah.
And then the day of, a lot of people were texting me like, "Hey, is it okay if I bring a friend, or
Okay.
can I bring some
Okay.
more people?" So we had some like randos who I had never met before, which was
Yeah.
fun. But yeah, it was less people than I thought it was going to be, just because people canceled the day of.
Right, right. So man,
Um,
so you're expecting an even bigger crowd. That's great.
yeah, it was kind of replenished with plus ones, but
Hmm.
if we have like the total amount of people who we could have had like 45 to 50 people, which would have been
Nice.
crazy.
Yeah, that's a party and a half. That's
hmm
exciting.
we took another group photo of everybody in their costume again.
Yeah.
I'm really
So
happy
no one
this
did a performance or anything like that, like you did last year?
no performance this year. When I did the costume contest winner, I kind of did a little like everyone was gathered around
Yeah.
and was waiting to see. So I announced the top three and had all three come up, and then I would say who got third place, and
Yeah.
then second and first. So
Yeah.
that was kind of special, but yeah, no real crazy story. Nobody broke anything. Nobody threw up in our toilet.
Good.
Well, besides the birdhouse poster. That
Oh
was the only
yeah.
thing that was
Yeah.
broken.
Oh, the broken birdhouse. Jeez.
It was a really good time. Everyone said I got a lot of texts the following day, which I think is great. Getting a
Yep.
follow-up text because saying like, "Hey, I had a great time last night. You guys threw great parties." That always warms my heart.
Yeah, definitely.
Makes you feel like it was all worth it. Yeah, no, it was a great party. And again, I don't want to bash last year's party, but this year's party I felt went very well. And last
Good.
year's party was also great too, but it just felt a little bit better because there was more people.
Yeah.
Game was on. There's a lot more stuff to like do, and
Right, right. Yeah. Having the football game, I feel like definitely helps add a little bit of a layer because it
hmm
yeah, it gives something people to socialize about. I guess speaking of that, what are your thoughts on the football game? Like, do you see what I mean now? Michigan's a bad team.
Yeah,
Michigan
okay.
sucks at football.
So they're not great, but can I say one thing real quick? Every
Yeah.
single person who was a Michigan fan was telling me Michigan's going to lose. We're so bad this year. And the thing is, yes, you're bad, but you've just watched Michigan football. I've watched Michigan football and Michigan State football. I knew we weren't going to win. Okay. I didn't think we were going to win the game.
Yeah, yeah.
I had seen Michigan State play. I know how we play. It didn't feel like Michigan football is bad. Michigan State football, probably a little bit worse
Probably a little worse. Okay.
based off the season I've seen thus far.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, it
Um,
was pretty torturous. I watched it with my mom, and I felt bad because I felt like I was actually putting her in a torture chamber. She could not stand it.
why?
She was like she was getting up and leaving the room so that she wouldn't have to watch the next play. And I was like,
Really?
oh, yeah, like it was physically painful for her to watch these
Wow.
plays. Like she had to leave. And then um yeah. I mean Michigan State, like you guys had a chance. We almost gave it right back to you right
Yeah,
at the
I know. But
gave you the game. And then I don't know, I thought I liked Connor's like we gotta talk more trash. I thought that was funny.
yeah,
Um hopefully I didn't say anything too offensive. I mean, I don't know.
no.
It's always funny sending text and then getting text back because I'll like send a text like that, like a trash talk text, and then I'll get a trash talk text immediately back and be like, "Oh, why are they coming after me for?" And I'm like, "Oh, right, I just talk trash too." So,
Oh.
um, but it was funny. Uh,
hmm
and then
What
yeah, good. No, I'm glad
what'd
you
you think
guys
of
had
the
a good
fight after?
time. I thought it was. I mean, like, I don't know. Sharon Moore, in his media post game interview is just like that's unacceptable, and I agree. I mean, it was kind of ridiculous. Like
For Loveland or for the Michigan State guy? Who was he saying that was
for Loveland,
unacceptable
yeah,
to?
for Loveland, for Michigan,
Oh, okay.
and I agree. Like I know I sent the text like, oh, Michigan State's starting shit again, but I was just saying that just be funny.
I know.
Um, but no, I think it was stupid. Like Michigan won the game.
I know.
You got to have a little bit of class.
I know.
Like if you're gonna win the game, and then the opposing team gang bangs your players in the hallway in the entrance to the
Tunnel.
big house afterwards, that's okay because it's not on you. It's the other team. But um, I don't know where I'm going with this. I was just trying to call
Trying to
back.
bring that back up.
Yeah,
Thanks. No,
yeah.
I didn't think it was a why would you do that? I don't know.
I
For
don't know.
Michigan
It was
State.
dumb. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't mind a game getting chippy. Um,
But the game's over. Like,
but
don't get
yeah,
chippy
exactly.
after.
At that point, the game's over. So just let it be. You know.
Yeah. I agree. Um,
All
yeah, I
right,
just
you
got
have one more
I
topic, the
won't
soccer game.
soccer game, yeah. Nothing too crazy. So people I sent a text out saying, "Hey, let us know if you're not going to make it." One girl said she couldn't make it, and we have 5 girls on that team. She's like, "Perfect. We'll have 4 girls, and we'll be okay."
Yep.
Two girls showed up.
Mm,
One of them got a little too drunk. She was at the party and got a little too drunk, so she didn't show. That's fine.
classic.
I understand that, but it's playoff, man. Show
Yeah.
up.
It's playoffs. You
Playoff,
signed
show
up
up.
for this team.
So I made a lot of paper plate awards. This is what I wanted to get into. But
Oh
um
yeah.
we lost the game 0-3.
Okay.
We honestly, if we had a full team, probably could have beaten this team.
Okay.
There was one goal they had that was a really good goal, and the other
Yeah.
two were like bad bounces off of our goalie's glove. Like he stopped it, but it just like he punched it and it like kept spinning and went back like both times.
Okay. Okay.
So it was really unlucky. But yeah, it was a heartbreaker to end the season. We were 1-5, or no, we
Yeah.
were 1-4-1.
Okay. So you got a tie. You got a
We
tie in
got we
there
got a
too.
tie. We had a tie in
Good.
there. It was 0-0.
Okay.
And yeah, I think people were just so I was doing the paper plate awards. Wasn't a lot of excitement this year with it.
Oh,
I think people just wanted to go home. But
probably. If they're
I did,
partying the night before and then you got to come
yeah,
to the bar. And it sounded like it was an early game. What time
yeah.
was the
It was
game
10.
time? Oh, okay. So yeah, early game for sure.
Yeah, so we were all tired from drinking the night before, and then we lost, so vibes weren't super high anyway.
Yeah.
Um, but so I was the paper plate awards. The last award, I was saving this award, and it was basically went like this. I was like, guys, as you all know, we lost a very important man on the off season. Johnny's no longer on the team, but there was one player who I really felt gave Johnny Reeder energy this year. So it was like the Johnny Reeder Award or something like that.
Okay. Okay.
So I give that to Sid Dog.
Oh, okay. Right on.
Sid Dog, I
Sure.
really felt filled the hole or tried to fill the hole that you left behind.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome.
So I was really proud of myself for getting another award. And I have a question for you about that. Is it kind of disrespectful for me to have given her that award? Because it was basically
Um.
saying like, oh, you just like a worse version of Johnny.
Um. No, I don't think so. They There's a award called the Heisman Award, and it's named after Joe Heisman.
Hmm.
He was once the best player in college football. So, how do you honor the best player in college football from then on out? You give him the Joe Heisman Award. You give him the Heisman. So,
True.
I mean, are you call like Jameis Winston's probably not a worse version of Joe Heisman.
True.
Cam
Okay.
Newton was probably better than Joe Heisman. Cam Newton was
Yeah.
like one of the best college football players of all time. They haven't renamed his award, the award to him yet. So
True.
no, I don't think it's disrespectful. I can see kind of what you mean though, because the turnaround is so quick. Like I left and then you just gave it out.
Yeah.
Maybe there
So
is some like layer of time needed, but no, on the whole, I don't think it was disrespectful.
and she definitely didn't take it as a disrespectful
Yeah,
award.
yeah,
The award was supposed to be like you were the best.
yeah,
Thank you for being center mid.
yeah,
But I just wanted to, because like I was asking Ned that, and he's like, that no.
yeah.
So
No,
I
it's a sports award. I
yeah,
think you're okay. Um,
you
I mean,
know,
it makes me feel flattered. I appreciate it very much. I love being an award for
no problem.
ABCDEFC. That team means a lot to me. So it's an honor. It's an honor to have a award named after me. And to have Sid Dog be the first one to win it is it's incredible. It's fantastic. I could think of no one better to earn that award than Sid Dog.
Wow.
Well, the only thing that I have to ask about the soccer team is
Hmm.
who's this bloke in this picture that I got? I got this picture. I got the picture, the ABCDFC picture from Amanda,
Oh yeah.
and there's a random fella in there dressed in like Roman centurion or like Augustus Caesar.
Oh. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's Jake.
Okay, shout
So
out Jake.
shout out Jake if you're listening. Really random story with Jake. Then we can wrap up. But so we were at Run Club and I was running next to this guy and it was Jake and he's like,
Yeah,
"Hey man, what's up?" And we started talking and he's like, "Oh yeah, I know Oriole. Oriole is one of the guys we run with at Run Club."
Okay. Yep.
And so I was like, oh, he knows Oriole. Cool. Do you want to come out with us? Because we usually go out to dinner after run club.
Yep.
And he said, sure, I'll come out. And then he didn't talk to Oriole. And I was like, I don't think this guy knows Oriole. But and then since then he's never talked to Oriole.
Oh,
But
that's so strange.
I
At
text
Run Club, they've
at
never
run club at run
interacted at
club.
Run Club.
Well, I think he probably said hi to Oriole and was like, oh, I know that guy. I said hi to him
Ah.
one time. But the way he made it seem like the way he made it seem was that he knew him
Yeah, like
outside
their
of
friends Oriole brought him to Run
yes,
Club.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, which is that's how I took it. Maybe that's not how he meant to come off, but that's how I took it. But he's a really cool guy. He ended up joining the soccer team because I asked him if he played soccer. He's like, yeah. And he actually was pretty solid.
Yeah. Where'd
You
he
can
play?
he played anywhere. He
Okay. Yeah, sure,
primarily
sure.
primarily played left back. Um, if a girl didn't want to play left back, but I would say most of
Okay.
the time he was left back.
Yeah. Right on.
Um, you could tell he doesn't play soccer, but he was pretty athletic, so he was a great addition to the team.
Yeah. Yeah, that can translate for sure.
Hmm.
Also, I missed the opportunity. Sorry, I want to go back to this. This is gonna be so lame now that I'm saying this like 5 minutes later, but you know what?
No, say it. Say it.
Okay.
Come on,
Well,
say
I
it.
missed
Say
the
it.
opportunity. I missed the opportunity to say the joke, but your Sydney was filling my hole. She really filled that hole. She really filled the Johnny hole.
Oh gosh.
Sorry, Sid Dog. Sorry, I apologize. Bad joke. Said it way too late. It would have been funnier if you were just like Sid Dog filled
Oh.
that hole. Oh yeah. She was filling my hole real good. Anyways,
I'm
sorry.
glad you said it. Thank you.
You're glad I said it.
Yeah.
I'm not glad I said it. I regret saying it.
Um,
But
we,
anyways, good, good. I'm glad I mean, it was an emotional weekend last year. Like it was the bye to the team
yeah,
because last year we had two Halloween parties
true.
and then the final game.
Yeah.
And I definitely remember it being sad. Like it was a sad day. We recorded the video.
Yo, yeah, we did.
We never released it, but we recorded a goodbye video for the ABCD, or maybe not goodbye, but a see you later video.
Hmm.
Um,
Got to update that graphic to 0-6 in the playoffs.
yeah.
Man.
We were so. Did we ever get close to the playoff win?
We did. I can't remember what season, but I remember it was this year.
Even
Was it
last year it was last year winter we were close. It was like 1-1
really?
for most of the game
Oh,
against the red team.
really?
We just barely lost to the red team. Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, it'll come. It'll
Yeah.
happen. Yeah, that's everything I got. Any final words, Johnny?
Um. No, I mean, don't like make sure you still hang out with ABCDFC. I hope to see everyone. I didn't come through on my promise. I said I was going to FaceTime everyone throughout the season, and I did not do that. Um, so I have to make sure I see everyone. Hopefully, I can see everyone over Thanksgiving and or Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
We'll
but
get some bat signals going. You can FaceTime during one of the bat signals.
sounds like plan. Sounds like plan. Yeah, send the bad signals to the
The,
yeah
the
iPhone.
original one. I know. I
Yeah,
know.
the
I will.
OG.
I will.
Um, no, I guess my only closing words are I hope you have a good week. I hope everyone has a good week. Stay safe. Break a little bit earlier on the highway than you may think. If you think like, oh, I got time to break, just break a little bit earlier, you know? Save yourself some stress. Um, and stay safe out there. You know,
Yeah.
try to be the best version of yourself every day and improve yourself in the off season. You got a long off season here coming up.
Hmm.
You got, 6 months, 5 months. You got five
5 months.
months to bulk up, to get some training in, and and have another good spring season. Have another winning spring.
We'll try. We'll do our best.
Springtime for the alphabets.
Shout out. But yeah, no. Thank you all for listening. Leave a comment, subscribe, like this video.
Yeah.
If you're listening on Spotify, go ahead and rate us, and we'll see you all next week.
See you next week. Take care. Ciao.